my god. Everyone's playing CLOVE. Everybody. I can't take it anymore. Kill me. Valorant is experiencing a horrible case of COVID-19, and it is spreading to professional play. But Paper-X have weaponized this disease. By combining calculated aggression with idiotic stupidity, these specific mitochondria have brewed the perfect concoction to knock any tier 1 team on their ass. Wait a second. How? Isn't CLOVE supposed to be a controller that contributes almost nothing to a team? What changed? Well, Paper-X have a secret ingredient that no other team does. Masters MVP Forsaken! Did you guys know that Forsaken holds the world record for the most different agents played professionally? And with this CLOVE pick, he's only missing 3 more to claim that he's the only person to play every agent: Viper, Gecko, and Vito. And it's not like these 3 aren't meta. We could see him hit that legendary milestone as soon as this year. But why is he playing CLOVE? Well, more aggressive teams will opt for this agent because CLOVE doesn't have to be afraid to make a play. If they die, CLOVE's team will still have smokes. Add on their pick-me-up, which restores HP and provides a speed boost that encourages more swinging, and their ult that grants CLOVE an extra life under the requirement that they swing and kill someone, and this agent is perfectly tailored to a player or team that has inhuman aim. Like Forsaken. Or all of Paper-X, really. But that also explains CLOVE's 80% pick rate in ranked. But players don't want to come up with cool combos or strats. They just want to swing a lot, like monkeys. And now, when you let a player like Forsaken off his leash and allow him to peek this much, you get massacres like these. On pistol, Paper-X reformed in a 4-1 stack where Forsaken was left to hold A on his own, but with a shorty. By sitting in lamps on pistol, you become very difficult to clear out, as most teams don't have the utility or guts to push back sight and start giving you back shots. But when Nova eventually decided to go A, this happened.
We're flanking Jason. Let's go run. Let's go. What? How much damage?
2 things went wrong. First, the offense took so long to go A that something's gate crash expired, meaning he couldn't hold Forsaken's butt while he was in lamps. Second, Forsaken needs to commit to one side, either fight lamps or behind truck. Jumping at the offense like he did minimizes the shorty's power. Had he committed to U-Haul, he probably double taps these 2, activates his pick-me-up, and turns into a shotgun-wielding tank on pistol. But besides that, it was a great plan and great use of Yoru's teleport, which we'll talk about more later. Regardless, the rest of the defense got flanked, got thrown into a huge crossfire, lost pistol, and Paper-X ended up getting steamrolled on the anti-eco, bringing us to the first full buy. It looks like the defense are stacking B in their 4-1, but they aren't. Though they'll wish they did, because Nova are heavily leaning this way. The buy barriers drop, and Forsaken places a ruse long to help their team form a crossfire, while Divide has launched his poison orb high into the sky, probably landing here. We still don't have a replay system for pro games. And Nova, in the meantime, have stacked up on long, have broken Envy's haunt, and are waiting for Paper-X's smoke to fade. Once it does, Heibei sends out his own scan, but Envy breaks that. Was this a good enough bait for something?
Okay. Valorant now. Actually, nothing shot. Goes right to the. They're going A, boys.
Yeah.
He whiffs! Envy tries turning out, but has to fall. In the meantime, Nova have turned their attention toward Hookah and have smoked the exit to prevent Paper-X from pairing in for information. Heibei sends his first prowler into this wall. Like, wow, it doesn't even turn this corner. So he has to burn another, but Forsaken and Jing take the teleporter.
第一条狗卡住了，但是他想用2楼的狗来勾一手，但是卡住了，而且暴龙系到门狗了。其实这个狗是有骗到人的，是骗到2楼过来了，然后想要回去，但是卡到了墙是最关键的，对，又点掉了一个人。 在身后还能有补枪，OP1这个位置用自己的疗。
Envy called that the offense were defaulting Hookah, so Forsaken and Jing wasted no time comboing their metal and paint shells to annihilate anyone in this area. But as soon as these 2 realized that the offense were going A, they just swung. Now with the spike down, Divine and Envy are here to do the same. Obone's Bulldog is just insane, I guess, and it's forced Paper-X onto a save. But swinging this aggressively through the teleporter and walking down into market, where you can get peeked from 3 different sides? Surely that's trolling, right? Paper-X don't do that again. They're 5 stacking long. I mean, at least it's a save. On these rounds where you know you'll have worse weaponry than your opponents, you want to create chaos and confusion so that the team with good guns panics, messes up, and you can pick up their rifles and win. Plus, something does have a gate crash head today. This 5-stack isn't as troll as you think. I mean, Nova are expecting something aggressive from the defense. It is Paper X. So they're spread out with 5 people holding each lane, Green even wielding an outlaw. The round begins quick, with Green and Hebei protecting their haunt with a flash, but it gets broken anyways as Paper X plays their own smoke in later haunt. Hebei pops that while Green fires 2 shots into the cloud as a warning to Paper X. Do not push down long, before teleporting back to showers with Viper. Now by himself, Hebei is forced to take up a more passive position, but I don't think that outlaw scared Paper X. I think it just pissed them off.
应该是听到了茫茫多的脚步。
哎，左边在面前。
能走吗？只是打了一个1万1
这强调的位置，
用自己的正义敲掉了2个人，这份的伏笔还是比较大的。
一个是爆能器，一个是墙的位置，所以现在是不能退的。所以现在光必须要在正面是卡住的，而且队友的配合也已经来了。
应该是。
Just how far are we pushing? This stupid aggressive push has forced a 3 versus 3, but Nova are stunned. They don't know that 5 players pushed down long. Someone could be on A waiting for them if they just run away. One thing is for certain, Nova need to grab the spike. So Green bounces a flash, sends out a decoy, but Devi ricochets a snakebite right on their head. The offense decide to take a breather and see if Paper X have calmed down. But remember, the defense still have smokes. So from the dead, Forsaken preps a smoke to separate the attackers.
再架一把往下推出来，让自己的正义又敲掉了2人，非常的正义打败，还敲到了光。
不断的闪身枪，他现在明白的光光
去直架，
对，
位置2楼跳下来。
Guanji can't take fights with his second smoke. He has to fly out.
B. Nice, boys. Easy. Nice shots, J. Let's go.
I have gotten so sick and tired of players making the same stupid mistakes that I've decided to partner with former world champion Screwface to launch our own bootcamp for aspiring pros at Top Frag, which includes a free community that anyone can join. We host about 7 calls a week in the Discord covering 3 topics: Valorant, aim, and performance coaching. These sessions are led by Tier 1 and Tier 2 professionals to ensure quality. All of that is free and always will be. But if you're Iron through Ascendant and are serious about ranking up fast, we've also built a rigorous program called the Invitational. Here, you get 2 one-on-one onboarding calls, a strategy session with a pro coach, and a personalized practice schedule. We also pay you to get better. I'm talking $75 skin bundle prizes for our biggest rank ups. But there's only 100 seats, so you need to move fast as they're filling up quick. So use my code Teets to get $50 off sign up and your entire first month for free. Just don't tell Screwface that I'm doing that. Don't you want to get better at Valorant? Click the link in the description. It's another full buy, and Nova are set up in a 3-1-1 long default. But Paper X are blasting a hole through their spread.
上来了，
哇！直接玩一火扛起来要去找人，找到了，想对。
Forsaken smoked and then held the right side of short so Jin could isolate anyone on the left side. And now Nova don't have a Viper. Without her toxic screen and poison orb, the offense can no longer generate passive pressure on short. This should allow Forsaken to safely watch this lane for the rest of the round. And now as these 2 back up, Green's decoy has made it in the shower, but that's it. Thanks to Envy's instant teleport on, something doesn't blast this thing. And now I do think that Green's plan was to clone, flash, and teleport into shower, which would create a ton of noise, but teleport back to be with his team. But he got distracted by this explosion in short. His new goal is to re-clear short and try to find his Viper's trade. As he's doing that, the rest of Nova are trudging up long while Envy backs down after spotting Weilei's leg. B is the weak side, so Envy decides to join his Viper and hold long near Hookah. Alright, back to Forsaken.
这英雄在镜的手里，这画面太熟悉了，这过了，
要治啥呀？
No Viper? Free duels. And now with no other map control, the offense have no choice but to pound it into B. Brim triple smoke since Nova don't have Hookah, haunt, dash, sight is theirs. But the attackers are still down 2 players. And Paper X are teleporting. With a big question mark still in Hookah, Nova needs kills and more map control. So Hebei prowlers elbowing into elbow, but they don't find anything. But the offense are desperate, so Wan Ji prepares to swing in a spawn while her Fade plants back sight.
以后的5人回防，
看这个扩点，
要把这侧给顶穿。
躲开了光芒闪爆，但是没有关系，光芒闪爆还是逼迫了镜的一个注意力和位置的。
Paper X are trapped in Hookah. Something decided to join the rest of his squad, but without a raid. Raze, how are the offense going to get out of here? She's not alive to satchel out and drag the offense's crosshairs. They have to wait for one of CLOVE's ruses to recharge. In the meantime, the offense have realized that they aren't being pressured from anywhere else. So to find out just how many idiots, Paper X members took the teleporter, Hebe unleashes his Nightfall to push them back into Oberon's Orbital Strike. Most of the attackers make it out unscathed, but Envy is 1 HP. But while Hookah was put in the oven, something has wrapped long, so not everyone is just jumping through one choke. And Forsaken has placed down a smoke that should eliminate most of the angles the offense can punish them at.
I Prowler the smoke. Go Prowler. One more city, left side. Ready. Wailing ulti, guys. City last in.
Good boys, nice.
Dude, I see nothing.
Envy was posted on the left and back site, Divine mollied in Forsaken smoke, and Forsaken meddled back site, forcing the offense into spawn. Envy snuffed out his counterpart from the sound of his haunt being shot and ran through his own team's molly. Then the remaining 2 attackers had to try and stop the defuse, but they only had one good angle on the spike. This round starts 2 seconds in, and Paper X are already taking fights. I hate you, observers. I love you, Paper X.
确实啊，Paper X 还是在慢慢的找回状态。Forsaken 一上来已经有手杀了。
As soon as the round started, Jing double saturated into Forsaken's long smoke, and Envy's haunt landed up high. Jing was hoping to bag some scans through the ruse, while Forsaken and Envy used the haunt and their duelist to insta-swing Hookah and spank Brimstone. And now the offense must have heard Jing flying at them because they've stopped their haunt early and have tagged him in the smoke. So he had to back down early after being spammed, but Forsaken isn't stopping.
I give.
Wait, where's Jason? What the hell?
Nice boys.
I'm gonna help you, Jason.
Why didn't he stop? Well, with his pick-me-up, why slow down? Forsaken wanted to use his extra HP and speed boost to blitz Guan Ji. He lost the duel, but knew that he landed major damage. So by popping his ult, Forsaken has confirmed the kill and have put Nova in a really awkward spot. Do they backtrack and kill CLOVE? They can go anywhere. And does Viper go up short while her team clearly needs help? But they can't waste a ton of time on finding Forsaken, because now they have to fight Envy.
光芒闪爆再出去打免费枪的，Envy 顶出来也点掉一人。爆能器的位置也已经被确认，爆能器卡在这儿了。
好捡，给闪要强行要位置的。
确认了 Forsaken 在右边，第一时间没架住，但第二时间头部命。
One shot in front of you guys.
Easy bang.
Dude, I see the map suddenly I'll go here. What the fuck? Do we blink rank or what?
Remember when I asked why didn't Forsaken stop? Well, there's a secret second answer that I didn't share with you guys. But people don't expect this type of aggressiveness. Throughout most pro players' careers, they're taught to play carefully and with discipline, and not run it down. Especially as a controller. The smokes are the lifeblood of your team. Of course Nova were caught off guard. Could you imagine if he was doing this on Astra or Brimstone? I'd lose my mind. But when you're playing CLOVE who can smoke when dead and has an extra life, why not? After being ran down and laughed at by Paper X, Nova need to take a timeout. You guys are getting creamed out there. Don't let Paper X just stomp all over you. Do something. Couch, the game is tied. Oh, you're right. It doesn't feel that way. I guess just keep doing what you've been doing. That aggressive push forced Nova onto a save. But before we take a look at the next Paper X brain-dead CLOVE play, we have to understand that while their fights might look like rank slop, they're actually way more thought out than we think. Last round, CLOVE peeked off the back of Fade's haunt and Raze creating noise with their satchels. Forsaken didn't just swing. There's thought behind these aggressive plays that teams just aren't used to. Being unpredictable is a solid win condition. Like against Nova's save, something Jing and Forsaken all just sat here and held short together with their superior weapons.
露手，
暗手找到人的位置了，但这个毒不要怎么穿过去？幸运一个是直接架掉一个人了，人飞过去，剩下的队友是要被接的。
From the dead, Forsaken shoved Green out of short, and eventually the Rifles won. That coordinated stack brings us to another full buy versus full buy, where the offense have given up on their default and just want to push A, but Paper X want to push short.
Easier 的位置，
顶楼很标准的前顶烟，但这次人很多，Nova这边
打闪清一侧，
是，
但清的是另一侧，清的是黑背，这侧真被清了，而且在抓道具。OB1 穿着烟影儿穿掉一个，直接跳出去了，进。
Similar to Raze's showstopper play we've seen before, PaperX used a deep ruse to isolate the spike from the rest of her team. Nova answered back with some spam, but because something never conceded the smoke, Jing was able to come back in and jump up on the sleds to shake Nova's crosshairs. But at the last second of that fight, Jing got clipped by Waylay's conversion paths. So Forsaken placed a ruse to cover his teammates, completely protecting them from Green, who wrapped showers. This is why it's important that you Clove players pay attention after you die. Get off Clash Royale. Now, walking down short like this is normally pretty troll. I mean, this is where the attackers spawn. But this push had a lot of good theory behind it. Because Nova had their dimensional drift, making a push like this is how you counter it. Blitz the offense before Yoru can get value out of his ult. But Jing popped his rocket. Now what does he do with it? Green is blasted both the clone and Jing out of the sky. Something isn't messing with that, so he backs down, but Envy's just teleported from long. He prowlers, finds his ear, but he smokes them off. PaperX tried to cross, but Divide dies to spam. That kill flips the map, turning PaperX into the attackers as Green grabs the spike and sends out his decoy. At half HP, something peeks, rips a shot, but teleports away to rejoin his Fade, and Green takes his Gatecrash to rejoin his Viper. They both sprint through lamps and into backside, as Zero unleashes his Viper's Pit as Green positions his plant for heaven. Just look at the way this ult wrap spun. How are PaperX supposed to clear this? Well, it starts with Envy and something's splitting up to clear short and showers. Okay, I guess they didn't group. But there's still so much more map to clear. So Envy has no choice but to activate his Nightfall and send it through lamps. It doesn't find a tag, but it gives PaperX the confidence to move up and start clearing out this pit. The Haunt covers heaven while the Prowler clears close. In neither tag, meaning the PaperX have to go deeper. If only they had a smoke to close the gap.
拉到没拉到，其实位置都是亚索的，但手里有手本来拖。
两个人都被贴到这个位置，有点尴尬，被这个短炮手直接给拿下了，但是扛毒扛不了太久，有时间能够解决掉一人，滴了一下爆。
Viper's afraid of being pushed, so she retreats into heaven and starts dropping her pit. But why did Envy keep going? Forsaken did great to help him close the distance with his shorty, but had he left, Viper would be forced to come at them and stop the defuse.
现在尽量来拖，对 Easy 来说，他明白的。
时间已经拖完了。
Something 虽然只是3滴血，但是这个 ID 放在这儿还是要尊重的。这是什么？下一杆是不是也是听到了？但是最后这一刻的经验上路无言。
PaperX's 4-round win streak has come to an end, and so have their aggressive peaks. Into their 3-2, they want Device Viper's Pit to influence the offense into running into their stack on B, while Jing is up on these boxes, which is a nasty off angle to hold showers from, as long as someone has your short. But how are the offense going to react to this big stink cloud? They have 4 here. Well, round 9 begins with Ezreal launching a snakebite in the air, while Device spreads out his pit. That molly helps Green scale showers behind a flash and Haunt from Fade. With this space secure, Green plants his decoy and sends it out as his team's moving up short.
Yeah, I think in shower already.
Coming.
In shower already.
I chip
I got it. In. Oh, he dash over.
I can't tell without a replay system for pro teams, but I think Obone spammed Devi off of Waylay's vision. 2 Prowlers and a double dash were just too much for PaperX's A setup to handle. Now, how are the defense supposed to retake this? Something's already in spawn, Fade's on her way, and Forsaken knows that this round is probably lost, so at least he snags this ultor before taking the teleporter to showers. And now retaking all of A while down 2 players is next to impossible. But they are coming from 3 different choke
该
points.
给的给出来，很轻松的也是该清的清完了。现在要注意的是，已经慢慢的蹭了下来。哦呦，这一下很有预警度啊！
位置被确认，那3箱这一侧的位置是给掉了，一个闪背的非常的快。后再看，这3枪。
Nice.
Nice.
Hey,
He was a shot. I think go out. Careful showers.
Let's go, Let's go. I'm defusing. Right side.
Nice.
Holy
Jason. What the fuck was that shot?
Oh, nice shot.
Holy.
Nice shot, bang. Nice.
Yeah, this round has nothing to do with Clove, really. It's just that Forsaken's f***ing awesome. Maybe you could argue that he purposely opted to not overheal to throw off Brimstone's aim timing? But I mean, Forsaken's nuts. Sure, he missed the smoke, but he turned a 5 versus 2 into a win. The next round lasted about 10
耐
seconds.
心还是像这样的残局的处理，我觉得英伟的经验还是得到体现了。 前点要做前点的，但是你能看到是防守方也做了一个传送闪过来，给一些压力。这个压力拖住了时间，帮助镜的一把猛侠发挥了效果。
马上把这个位置给抢下来了。
Okay, it was more like 15, but because Paper X knew that Nova were probably going to farm orbs on the Rico since they are close to a few ults, something flashed from long for his teammates to peek shower, but the attacker's flash and haunt combo drove them back. Except for Raze because the outlaw is broken. But since these two called out how much pressure they were receiving in showers, Devi flipped up his toxic screen and crunched the offense with Envy. Then Azir died. That brings us to, you guessed it, another full buy. Only this time, the offense are slowing down the pace again and are allowing Paper X to peek into them, while the defense are peeking, but on B. The round starts, and as Azir blasts his snakebat for showers, Paper X triple swing out of hookah, dry. Heibe's haunted past the long smoke in the meantime, and has since retreated back to rejoin his team. The bulk of Paper X peek into Fountain while Fade holds market. And by this time, the defense know it's A. So they continue their flank with Forsaken at the helm, and as soon as the offense finally start their showers take, it's too late! Paper X have already pushed too far.
这两个大招容错率和拿信息能力还是很强的。哦呦，这 B 他们因为是
Shower then, ding shower then.
Shower, shower.
Yeah, no one belong, guys.
Okay. Marking.
Best clove bang.
One more. One showers.
力拦不住了，有点，但是 Green 这一个
This extra speed, health, life, and confidence were just too much for Nova to shoot. But Green's found a collateral. Paper X need to be careful or they're gonna end up on a highlight reel.
拦不住了，有点，但是 Green 这一个
能打掉2个人，
看人很多，他知道人很多，手里现在还有闪。哎呦，
这怎么走出去呢？突然一个3角，哇，这摇头传是传走了，但局面依然还是很难啊。
对。用独木来扛了一颗闪，后续前场位置还是要过，主动摸出来，直接拉 Forsaken 又是一个自杀 ，Forsaken 今天。
It's the final round of the half, and although this is shaping up to only be an 8-4 or 7-5 lead, you have to keep in mind that Paper X started this map out 0-3. A scoreline like this is really impressive, especially when your entire game plan revolves around confident peaks. And we're about to see another in Paper X's 3-2. With CLOVE's revive, they and Fade are sprinting along into 4 Nova players. Earlier, Forsaken was able to take down Guanji and win his team the round. But this looks like suicide.
集合了，如果能再拿1分的话，其实压力就没那么大了。看这1分怎么来做处理了，而且刚才留到大招现在是一个3大招在手，
又顶出来了。Forsaken 马上被解决，而且身边的保镖掉了，他要化解。
Knowing Forsaken, do you think he swings or tucks? He's not fighting. Rotates around their way after spotting 4 players and hearing the 5th hop into his ult. Forsaken needs to buy them time.
看一下能不能给更多的技能，给到了。那这样就能够成功的顶进来了，而且 Green 确认了人的位置，打闪看能不能解决这个位置，但是他手里是把判官稍微有点尴尬，有一个假身在自己的背后打败，把人给解决掉了，而且想要飞进来的人也被伤心给解决。天际光束给出来，他们没有任何的活路，而且镜也。
I swear Paper X breakdowns have to be the shortest because the rounds last about like 5 seconds. But this brain dead run down long shred is a lot less brain dead than you think. Peeking with Fade's Haunt got him the first kill, but despite being traded, Forsaken got immense value in 2 different ways. First, he got a ton of info for his team. And second, he stalled long enough by staying alive for his team to rotate. This round was a 3 versus 2 at one point, but Fade's decay from her Nightfall and Brim's Orbital Strike forced Paper X into taking some pretty unfavorable fights. But this isn't the first time that Paper X have played Clove on this map. They did against Wolves a while back, and I covered that comp. It was really sick. You need to watch this video. It is awesome.